Can I take a flip? Okay, you can begin about that.
Sure. الحمد لله وأشهد أن لا إله إلا الله وأصلي وأسلم على رسول الله صلاة وتسليما يليقان بالحبيب المصطفى النبي المجتبى صلوات ربي وسلامه عليه وعلى آله وصحبه وتابعيه إلى يوم الدين. My dear respected brothers and sisters, Islam, our sons and daughters, the future of Islam, inshallah. Welcome back to our session tonight, Muslim Family Challenges and Solutions and Islamic Perspective. Alhamdulillah Rabbil Alameen, we're so blessed tonight. For some of us who do know, some who do not know, we're supposed to be celebrating the night of Isra or Mi'raj, the miracle and the reward of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam. Being in that wonderful and great and miracle journey from Mecca to Jerusalem to Bayt al-Maqdis in Palestine, and then from there to the seventh heaven and beyond to meet Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, asking Him, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, to bless our efforts and our dedication and to help us, inshallah, and to enable us to live to see that moment of being victorious, inshallah, as He did with Muhammad sallallahu alayhi wa sallam 1400 years ago. He is able and capable, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, with His mercy and grace, to enable all of us, inshallah, to witness that victory, inshallah. Back to our session, again, Muslim Family Challenges and Solutions and Islamic Perspective. Related to those questions we have entertained before, how to nurture the kids with our values and cultures that are different from U.S. Values and culture. It's a great and a wonderful question, and I have seen many families are really struggling with that issue. I came from XYZ Muslim country, the majority there are Muslims or even minority coming to the United States of America. How much of differences I would find in terms of values and culture and norms and so on and so forth. First, I should really understand both cultures and the values here and there, and try to find out the similarities. Start with the similarities first. The values here in the American society and the values within our societies back home. If you'd like to put it in its Islamic perspective, wherever you're coming from, it would be good, because here you're comparing the Islamic values to the majority of population here, the Christian values. So take Islam and Christianity, and you cannot ignore Jewish population living here in this country. So look at the Jewish values as well, and some other groups around, minority community, and so on and so forth. But we have to be fair, and we have to understand what is going on. We cannot put ourselves in a situation saying that it's us and them, it's we and they. You can't. For a very simple reason. And when you look at the early history of Islam, Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, minority, with less than 100 people who adhere to Islam, abiding by La ilaha illallah Muhammad Rasulullah, very, very minority, living within the disbelievers in Mecca. How they managed? Struggling, no doubt about it. But when you move to that migration of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam along with the Sahaba going to Al-Medina, it's still minority at the beginning, but becoming majority at the end. But there in Al-Medina, it wasn't just pagans and disbelievers, but you had Jewish tribes there, living there. But here how you first compare Islam to the Christian teaching, to the Jewish teaching, find the similarities. You'll find, Musa for the Jewish people and Arab, and Isa alayhi salam, Jesus for the Christian, and Muhammad for the Muslim. And when you study Quran, when you study Islam, what are the similarities? You emphasize in that point first. It would give you a level of comfort. You're in peace with yourself. You're not in a conflict with people around you. That's one thing. Two, beside the Islamic belief, beside the Islamic values and so on and so forth, I had some values with me, coming with me norms from where I came from, with the values in here, some values, some norms and so on and so forth. Again, look for the similarities. Look for the similarities. Once you do your job in that situation, you say, okay, when it comes to differences, I should be aware of, but in a fair way. And also to put it in its Islamic perspective. What Islam is saying about the differences, how I deal with them, how I react to them, how I interact with them, and so on and so forth. And one ayah of the Quran, when you think about it, يعني ادعو إلى سبيل ربك بالحكمة والموعظة الحسنة وجادلهم بالتي هي أحسن. And when you call people to the way of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, it has to be done with wisdom and with the best, elegant, kind preaching ever. I cannot go to anyone around me and say, Wallahi, you're a kafir. You're a disbeliever. You're such and such. And you start labeling them and say, how do you know? This is your own judgmental situation, stuff and so on and so forth. Maybe they are adhering 100% to Christianity or Judaism, but they know nothing about Islam. How you call them, a kafir or a disbeliever? Did Islam reach out to them? Did they know enough about Islam and about the teaching of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala? Or just, this is how they grew up with it. So you judge them, in that situation, with that attitude you do it. But definitely you will find some negative things, no doubt about it, contradict with our cultural norms and cultural background and religious background and so on and so forth. I don't have to imitate them, I don't have to copy them, I don't have to follow them exactly. But the most important point in here at that wonderful question is saying how to nurture our kids with our values and cultures. Now teach them their religion, first and foremost. Discipline them, 7, educate them 7. And even when you're teaching them, point out to them, here is what's going on in here in Islam, here is what's going on in here in Christianity, what they are doing, what we're doing, and so on and so forth. And you can point out to specific things. A few days back, what did they celebrate?
Easter.
Easter. Do we celebrate Easter?
No.
It's a big difference. We do not have such a thing. But we have to celebrate. have Eid al-Fitr and have Eid al-Adha. Eidan, two Eid. Christmas time. Do you celebrate Christmas? We don't as Muslims, but they do celebrate. I cannot ridicule them and say, hey guys, you're this and that. يعني لكم دينكم ولي دين. You have your religion and I have my religion. Teach our children we do not celebrate this, we do not buy Christmas tree at home, we do not buy, those lights and so on and so forth. But we have our celebration in Eid, this is what we should do. But it's really unfortunate, even with our kids, when it comes to our celebrations, we do not do it the right way. And tell me in the day of the Eid, what we do? Christmas, they exchange gifts, right? They get together, right? They eat together, right? They visit with each other. Maybe in the whole year they never met. Me as a Muslim, or Muslim family, what you do? Put Salat al-Eid. Not all of us, few. After the Eid, okay, let's have a breakfast somewhere. Good. A meal together. Maybe for a month, we never have a meal together. A meal together, good. Where else we're gonna go? All of America. Let's go to all of America. What you do there? Have fun.
Spend money.
Huh?
Spend money.
Spend money. They are having fun, but dad and mom are just waiting for the children. Are you done with your ride? Yes. You like it? Yes. More? Oh yeah. Okay, then keep watching. Spend half a day or come with all. What did you do? How you celebrate this Eid? With your family members and with the other Muslim family members around you. How you relate to that Eid? Are you really truly celebrating the end of Ramadan with that wonderful accomplishment you have done through 29 days and nights or 30 days and nights and that wonderful and a great success and so on and so forth? That's why we're celebrating today. When you attend the Eid sermon and so on and so forth, how many friends are around you have seen? How much time you are planning to spend with them and say, Eid Mubarak, happy Eid, the blessings of Eid, may Allah accept from you and accept from all of us, and so on and so forth. And in the meantime, I'm teaching my children the essence of that Eid, the essence of that celebration, what we're doing, what is expected to do, and so on and so forth. And here when they are celebrating Christmas, they're celebrating Easter, they celebrate, you'll find a real meaning into it. Not necessarily what we're looking for, but what they are looking for, they find there. Sometimes you will find, wallahi, many Muslims, especially if the Eid happen to be in the weekdays, I cannot take that one day off. Though I know ahead of time, it's either this day or that day. So I can plan have 2 days off. If it is Saturday or Saturday, if it is Monday. If not Tuesday, it's Friday. No, I could not take day off. Or I'm here. When the Imam is going to be done with the khutbah? Because I want to go back to my workplace. I took only 2 hours off. Kids are learning from me. Oh, hey kids, I have to go back to work, stay with mom, or stay at school, or when we have, by the end of the day, we're having a celebration. And it is really, really, really unfortunate we're waiting for that 2 times, twice a year to celebrate. How about the rest of the year? How much of celebration we do have? Our Friday is our day, like Saturday for the Jewish people, like Sunday for the Christian. Oh, we're working. I have to work. I have to go to work early morning, come back late afternoon. So Friday, Saturday we'll do something, or Sunday we'll do something. But we'll never look at the essence of that Friday. It's a weekly celebration. It's a weekly holiday. It's a weekly emphasis on our values and our cultural background and belief and so on and so forth. About the daily basis, celebrate. By the end of the day, are we having dinner together? Think about it. Because the dinner is not only a dinner. is not only a meal. It is not only what mom or the wife cooked. It is not that wonderful meal we're eating, but it is all of us around this table. And all of us are talking and communicating and learning. Even the discipline of how to eat. Even the discipline of how to discuss things. Or even the way of communication. Nowadays, with most of the families, if there are 5 members of the family, you find at least 4 phones on the table. I'm saying at least 4. Sometimes it's 5. The dad has his, mom has hers, the 3 children have theirs. And each one, hey. Is it the normal way in Islam? So we pull from whoever around us bad habits and bringing it into our table while we're having a meal, and we're complaining that we're not nurturing, the kids' values and customs and culture of Islam and so on and so forth. Put rules and regulations. Table time, dinner table, all the phones are bad there. Don't bring it to the table. For answering the phone, text messages. SubhanAllah, it is time to sit down and talk. How was your day today? How are you doing? How are things going on in your life? This is if we have dinner in a daily basis. Some families never have dinner for months together. Never. Everyone, I have classes evening, I cannot come to dinner. I'm working afternoon shift and I have to be there till 10 o'clock or 11. Or I do have this and that. How we're organizing our life. I know there is a lot of obligation, there is a lot of commitments, no doubt about it. But how many times in that way when we're having a meal and we're discussing things and we're sitting together, at least in a weekly basis, say, let's talk about this issue, let's talk about this issue, and so on and so forth. What is going on in your life? How would I know how much of accomplishment you do have as my kid at school? At any level. At any level. How are you doing your high school diploma? How are you doing at college? How are you doing at university? How is your GPA? What is your struggling with? And so on and so forth. And within all of these, we're really nurturing our values and our culture. But don't lend yourself to totally the opposite of what you're supposed to do and come later and say, I complain, I lost everything. I get melted in the pot. I have no values whatsoever. I wish when they are picking some other values would be consistent with your value background, not in contradiction with them. They're talking about the honesty, it's a wonderful concept. They're talking about, being resilient. It's a wonderful concept. They're talking about how to be kind to everyone around you. It's great. How to work so hard. How to appreciate things. How to be involved. How to do things. How to be volunteering in some things, to be done, and so on and so forth. We have to emphasize this, no matter what. The total responsibility, the 100% responsibility, early on in their life, dad and mom have to do it together. And they have to plan for it. And they have to talk about it. Away from the children and say, here's our plan, sit down and talk about it. And listen to them and say, what we can learn, how we can do. It's extremely important. Otherwise, after so many years, say, age of 18, Mom, Dad, I want to leave home. Where are you going? Oh, I'm 18. Don't even ask me that question. This is the laws of the land. No one can object to that. But would you give us some hint? It's not your business. Are you ready for that moment? Are you? And when they move out, how their life would look like? How much of communication they would have with us? How much of connectedness you would have? Some parents, wallahi, would have, subhanAllah, yani, broken hearts. I'm not against that move, but it could be done, but with principles, with values, with specific things. And I'm not dictating myself on them, tell me every day what you're doing, tell me what every night you're doing, and so on and so forth. You equip them already with the values of your deen, of your religion, with the culture, and so on and so forth, and say, as we have seen, that statement. 7 now, friends, وَاتْرُكُوا لَهُمُ الْحَبَّ عَلَى الْغَالِ. Let them go in their own way. فَإِنَّهُمْ خُلُقُوا لِزَمَانٍ غَيْرَ زَمَانِهُمْ. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala has created them for a time totally different from your time. We have to admit it. That generation gap is there, no doubt about it. But you want to narrow down that gap, work in the values, work in the culture, work in the faith, so there is no gap anymore, because we're coming from the same background. We believe in the same thing. We abide by the same thing there. So I'm not worried about them. Even if they want to move somewhere, say, we're here in Minnesota, I want to move to California. Go ahead, be my guest. Go try, find out. No, down south. Okay, go, find out. Wallahi, some parents, subhanAllah, want their kids to move. Maybe in a year, they will receive a phone call. Not even, how are you, mommy, how are you, daddy, how are you doing, so on and so forth. No. Dad, yes, I need more money. Dad, I did not pay my tuition yet. Can you help me with it? That's not Dad, Assalamu alaikum, how are you, how's everything? I miss you so much. Mom, I really missed you. I miss your food. I miss your companionship. Did I give you birth in order to do this? And it is our responsibility, parents. Be careful. Be careful. So that's one wonderful question. We have to work on that one as much as we can, as hard as we can. If there are any comments or any questions, in that regard. Yes.
I found with, I found with my daughters that when we say we're role models, it's easy to say, but it's so true because kids will watch how we behave, how we react and all that, and if we live a good Islamic lifestyle as good as we can, and our kids will follow. And it's, I'm blessed my kids have never given me an ounce of trouble, and I hope it's because it was a good role model. I'm not trying to pat myself on the back or anything, but we try to follow Islam and do the right thing, and alhamdulillah, they are following. So, and they're
wonderful.
20 and 22 now. So
wonderful. And I trust our kids so much, and I believe in their own way thinking, reacting to what we're telling them, and interacting with us. They always listen. They love to hear from us. They do not want to hear from someone else. Why don't we take that golden opportunity to communicate with them? It has to be. It has to be. Jazakallah khair. One question came in two parts. I entertained the first part, kids who are stubborn, how we deal with them. We'll cover this one. But the other part, a husband who is not happy with my appearance and treat me like a kid instead of an adult. This is a great question, a relationship between husband and wife. We need at least 5-6 hours to talk about it. So it's a great topic. It's a great topic. The first advice, and I would say, wallahi, without any hesitation, I say it in a very humble way, and also in a very, very urgent way. If you're having that issue, wait a week. Start even tonight, not tomorrow. Tonight. study the seerah of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, his biography, emphasizing his relationship with his wives. How he treated them, how he related to them, how a wonderful way of treating each other. And a couple of nights ago, I was reading something, subhanAllah, it came up. A very, very good friend of mine sharing with me. When Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam get married to Safiya, the daughter of Huyay ibn Akhtab, a Jewish lady from a Jewish tribe in Medina. Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam get married to her after he gave her the choice either to stay with her family and leave and abide by whatever and do whatever she wanted to do. She was one of the captives after that dispute happening between the Jewish tribe in Medina and Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam breaking their promise with him sallallahu alaihi wasallam. She chose amazingly and suddenly to come to Islam, Safiya, and she came to Islam. Somehow, subhanAllah, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala worked it out for Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam to ask for her hand to marry Safiya. And she married him, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, came to Bayt al-Nubuwwah, the house of the prophecy. And once Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam was there, and he went to Aisha and said, oh, here's Safiya, my wife. Would you like to go to her room and say something? Cleaning and welcome her. So Aisha never say anything. I don't remember the ranking of that wife, how many ones in order Safiya was. But she came after many wives of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. But Aisha was there, anyhow. Aisha went to her. The hadith did not say what she said or what she did or how did it go or anything, but she came out. Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam looked at her. She did not look at Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. That's Aisha. And he asked her, okay, oh Aisha, what do you think? Without even looking at him. You know what she said? She is a Jew. That's it. Muhammad, congratulations. It's a new wife. She's a Jew. And you can understand, when I say, when she says, a Jew. How Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam reacted to this statement from Aisha. And how even Aisha reacted to that meeting with Safiya. I'm sure 100%, though the hadith did not tell us, she never mistreated her. She's the wife of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam. She narrated many hadith that talk about the relationship and so on and so forth between husband and wife. Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam never be insulted, never be mad, never. He knew that, Aisha would react, to that situation. Here, another wife, you're adding another wife to many wives he has. But look at the situation, how he sallallahu alaihi wasallam would be kind of, did I make a wrong choice? Am I committing a sin? A Jew, but she's still within the people of the book. The Christian lady or a Jewish lady for a Muslim to marry is absolutely okay with Islam. Nothing wrong with this. Never get mad, never get upset. And okay, I have to deal with the situation this way. I say nothing, do not do anything. Again and again, when you study the seerah of Prophet Muhammad sallallahu alaihi wasallam, how he treated his wives, you will learn great things ever. And you would love to do exactly as he did. Sahaba, radwanullahi alayhim ajma'in. Sahaba. Study their life with their wives. Can I tell you about one? Sayyidina Umar, radiallahu anhu, while he was caliph of Islam, while he was the second caliph of Islam after Abu Bakr. Also, how they came to him, complaining about his wife, asking Amir al-Mu'mineen to do something, fix the situation, advise her, tell her to do something, and so on and so forth. And all of a sudden, he overheard the wife of Sayyidina Umar radiallahu anhu giving him orders, commands. Umar, not even Amir al-Mu'mineen, not even Al-Faruq, nothing. You do this, and you do this, and you do this, and you do, and all of them, household duties. Household duties. What happened? What Umar did or said? Huh? Nothing. For the other Sahabi, when he heard what the wife is telling Umar to do, he said, Umar, salam alaikum, I'm leaving. I had enough. My wife is telling me not even 1/10 of what your wife is telling Amir al-Mu'mineen. Yet said, now say, yes, I will. I will take care of all of these things. No problem. It's how to treat our wives, how to take care of them, how to discuss things with them. And when I'm saying not happy with my appearance in what? In the Islamic outfit, in the how I look when we go out, when we're at home, when. It does not specify what. But here is something I would say. Outside Islamic outfit, no doubt about it, no buts, no ifs. Wear what Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and Rasulullah is telling us to wear Islamically in order to preserve my dignity and appearance and so on and so forth. And you should do it before even your husband will be interfering in that issue. And treat me like a kid instead of as an adult. Oh, I'm sorry. Let me go back to the appearance. Appearance outside the home, Islamic. How about appearance inside the home? Wear the most elegant things at home to your husband. Whatever he likes you to wear. You're at home. As long as you're not offending your children, or especially when they are adults and so on and so forth. What do you like me to wear for you? At home. No one is around. No one is around. Maybe she's home,